Oftentimes, it's the women senators, Democrats and Republicans, who can cross party lines, who can find that common ground, build consensus, and then move legislation forward. I was drawn into politics when I was a little girl, so there was no real aha moment here. It happened a long time ago, and it was really with my grandmother, who loved politics. And she was a woman well ahead of her time who 75 years ago recognized that women didn't have much of a voice in government or politics. And so I learned really at her knee how important women's voices are, how important grassroots activism is, how important what you do with your time is. And so I had a great love and admiration for public service and grassroots activism. We only have 20 women in the Senate. We need 50 or 51. We only have 18% in the House of Representatives. Again, it should represent the nation. We should have women representing the full population of the United States. And I think when women's voices are heard, outcomes will be better. Oftentimes I see an issue as a mom. So even sexual assault in the military, I imagine, what if this happened to one of my 2 sons? I just spent the last 45 minutes talking to 2 survivors, men who were raped in the military. Something has to be done on their behalf. That makes me not only passionate, but determined to make sure they can be heard. And so it's all about making sure everyday people have a voice here in Washington. What I feel my job is not only to listen, but then to find the solution and reach out across the aisle, work on common ground, and build support from there. What I found to be interesting among my female colleagues is that they actually are quite good at building consensus and finding the areas that we agree. And we actually spend time with each other. We try to get to know each other outside of work. We have quarterly dinners so we can get to know each other as people, as daughters, as wives, as mothers. And it helps because I want my colleagues to be successful, whether they're Democrats or Republicans. I want to be able to legislate with them and find things that we have in common and actually solve problems. And that seems to be a shared characteristic amongst the women in the Senate.